1,000 receptions, 2 Super Bowl rings, no gold jacket, 12,000 yards, a Super Bowl MVP, in the Hall of Fame, keeps pretending he doesn't exist. February 5th, 2026, San Francisco. Larry Fitzgerald gets the call. First ballot Hall of Famer. 20 years earlier, to the day, a different man stood on a different stage in Detroit, holding the Super Bowl MVP trophy. His name was Hines Ward. So what's the problem? Simple. Hines Ward played football the way it was built to be played. Physical, unforgiving. He was a receiver who hunted corners on snaps where he didn't even have the ball. And the league punished him for it. They wrote a rule with his name on it. Then the voters used it as an excuse. This is a case against the men keeping number 86 out of Canton. Start in Seoul, South Korea, 1976. Born to a Korean mother and an American soldier. He was 1 year old when his family moved to Atlanta. His mother worked multiple jobs to keep him fed. He grew up between two cultures. At the University of Georgia, they couldn't even decide what he was. He played quarterback, tailback, receiver. He did a little bit of everything, which meant NFL scouts trusted him with nothing. In the 1998 NFL Draft, Hines Ward was selected in the 3rd round, pick 92. Want to know why he fell? Hines Ward had no ACL in his left knee. He lost it in a childhood bicycle accident. The most physical receiver of his generation played 217 NFL games without an ACL. Pittsburgh took a chance on him anyway. He never wore another uniform. 14 seasons, 1 city. Here's what the scouts missed. Bill Cowher's Pittsburgh didn't throw the ball. It ran it down your throats, which meant on most snaps, the receivers weren't weapons. They were blockers. Most receivers treat blocking like a chore. Ward took pride in it. Safeties changed their angles when he was on the field. Linebackers kept their heads on swivels. And in a run-first offense, with fewer targets than almost any elite receiver of his era, he still had 1,000 receptions. Most receptions in franchise history. Most receiving yards. Most touchdown catches for a team that's been playing football since 1933. He was much more than just a system wide receiver. 2005, the Steelers become the first 6 seed to win a Super Bowl. 3 playoff wins, then off to Super Bowl 40, Pittsburgh 21, Seattle 10. 5 catches, 123 yards. The dagger, a 43-yard touchdown on a reverse pass from Antoine Randall L.
Here comes a gadget play. Randall L. He can throw. He was a quarterback in college. And he's thrown a touchdown to Hines Ward in the Super Bowl.
The first touchdown ever thrown by a wide receiver in Super Bowl history. Super Bowl MVP. In Seoul, the city that had no place for him as a child, he became a national hero overnight. 4 Pro Bowls, 2 rings, the respect of every coach he ever played for. Bill Cowher has said it plainly. Judge Ward by numbers alone, and you miss the player. He was asked to block. He was asked to do everything, and he did it better than anyone. By any measure that involves actually watching football, Hines Ward was a Hall of Famer in real time. Then the league decided his greatest strength was a crime. October 19th, 2008, Cincinnati. Keith Rivers, rookie linebacker, doesn't see Hines Ward coming. Broken jaw, season over. No flag, no fine.
Just keep an eye on Hines Ward. I mean, this is a guy that throws his body around. He is the most complete receiver in the game.
The league reviewed it and confirmed it. Legal hit. Textbook football. So what did the NFL do? It changed the rules. Blindside blocks banned. Around the league, it got a nickname that stuck. The Hines Ward rule. Think about what that means. The NFL looked at one player, one receiver doing his job within the rules, and legislated his style of football out of existence. Then came 2009. Sports Illustrated pulled NFL players. Dirtiest player in the league? Hines Ward. voted by his peers, not for cheap shots after the whistle, not for injuring quarterbacks, for blocking, for finishing plays receivers aren't supposed to finish. The voters in Canton have a very simple reason for keeping Hines Ward out. They prefer spreadsheets over football games. No 1,500-yard season, never led the league in receiving, modest annual totals next to the stat monsters of the 2000s. What the spreadsheets leave out, he played in the most run-heavy offense of his era. He was double counted, a receiver defense's game plan for as a blocker and a target. And the era he retired into immediately inflated every receiving number that came after him, making his totals look smaller every single year he waits. Hines Ward caught more passes than Lynn Swann and John Stallworth combined. Both of them have gold jackets. The voters didn't judge the film. They judged the box score, and a reputation the league itself manufactured when it named a rule after him. They turned too physical into a verdict. 2017, semifinalist, cut. 2018, semifinalist, cut. 10 straight years, 2017 through 2026. 10 years in the waiting room while the committee found reasons to not let him in. This February, they cut him before the final 15. Again, in the same cycle, Larry Fitzgerald walked in on his first try. Nothing against Larry. Over 17,000 yards, an all-time great, a deserving first ballot pick. But sit with this. Fitzgerald reached exactly one Super Bowl in 17 seasons. He lost it to Hines Ward's Steelers. Ward won that game playing on a sprained MCL, his second ring. In this February, the man he beat on that field walked into Canton on the first try, while Ward was cut before the final 15. If the Hall of Fame is about impact on winning football games, explain that out loud to a Steelers fan. Now, here's the part that gets me. On July 21st, ESPN premieres a full documentary about Hines Ward's life, his identity, his journey back to Korea. The league's media machine is happy to celebrate his story. Everyone wants to tell Hines Ward's story. Nobody wants to give him a gold jacket. He never complained his way through it. He coaches wide receivers at Arizona State now, teaching the position he redefined. The man moved on. The injustice didn't. Hines Ward is the only receiver with 12,000 yards and 2 rings left outside the Hall of Fame. The league wrote a rule to stop him. The voters used it to erase him. So here's the question I want in the comments. Was Hines Ward too physical for Canton? Or is Canton too soft for Hines Ward? And give me your reasoning. Who's more responsible for the snub? The stat sheet voters or the league that branded him dirty for legal football? If you believe the Hall of Fame should watch the film instead of reading the box score, hit subscribe. We tell the stories the NFL would rather you forget. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. This is the Game Day Giants.